Welcome to the Dating Kinky Podcast, a cast about love, sex, romance, and kink. Good morning! It being a Monday and the first day of a new month, it seems fitting that coming back to the boundaries series I've been working on, that today's topic be time boundaries. Because who isn't more aware of time on a Monday morning? Well, I know some of you aren't. Maybe you are more aware on Thursday when your 4-day, 12-hour-a-day shift starts, or whatever. I work whenever I want, mostly, which usually means a lot. But Mondays are the day back for a lot of people, and so my inbox is flooded and people are catching up and touching base. Sometimes it's overwhelming. But like anything else, I'm getting better at learning what works and what doesn't for me when it comes to time. Boundaries are sexy as fuck. Time boundaries. Welcome to installment number 5 in my series about boundaries. The 6 primary types of boundaries are physical boundaries, intellectual boundaries, emotional boundaries, sexual boundaries, material boundaries, and time boundaries. So far, I've covered material, sexual, physical, and emotional boundaries. Today, I'm focusing in on time boundaries, use of time, which can be a huge stumbling block when not discussed, and it's often not discussed. Of all the boundaries, I think the last 2, time and intellectual, are the least often discussed and communicated specifically. Which is a shame since time boundaries literally touch on every aspect of a relationship. For example, when you have a partner or several, how do you balance the time you spend with them with your friends, your hobbies, and the life you lead outside of having that partner? How might that change as you move in together or choose to deepen your relationship? Boundary violations occur when a person or entity, I'm looking at you, workspace, demands too much or more than their share of a person's time. Also, you can violate your own time boundaries by pushing past your limits for social activities, one-on-one connections, and even time you spend alone. Here are some questions to ask yourself and others. Do you often feel you don't have enough time? Do you often feel like you have too much time and not enough stuff to fill it? How do you protect your time boundaries? What do you spend time on that fills you up? Do you enjoy wasting time? When are you willing to prioritize work over your personal life? When are you willing to prioritize your personal life over work? What goals take priority over your time? What things do you waste time on? How do you spend time to recover and relax? How much intentional time do you spend with friends? This can be good to measure out and plan for to see how it fills up your days, weeks, and months. How much intentional time do you spend with partners? Or would you like to spend with partners? How much time do you need or want alone? What happens when your time is not balanced? Do you use calendars to organize your time? Do you use to-do lists? Do you leave time in your days for spontaneity, or do you plan things out as much as possible? Which days are your most productive? What are your most productive hours of the day? How do you let people know when you're not to be disturbed? For business reasons or for personal? How do you handle complex tasks over time? Do you prioritize your time over the time needs of others? How? When? What are the exceptions? How would time priorities and needs change if you were to make XYZ decision? Are you ready for that? Are you able to say no to time requests that will overburden you? Are you able to say no easily to time requests that will overburden you? Do you demand time from others. These are a great place to start with yourself and with others in conversation or negotiation as you build relationships. Many of them focus on getting clear about where to take responsibility so you can manage and prioritize your time without getting overwhelmed. And note where you might be carrying the burden of others' time needs for which you aren't responsible. The last writing, still to come, focusing specifically on types of boundaries, will be on the topic of intellectual boundaries. What are your thoughts? Any of these resonate with you? Can you spot them in yourself? Can you spot some of these boundary issues in others in your life? Thank you for joining me today. If you loved this episode, please share it with others who would enjoy it. And please do join me at datingkinky.com and on our new apps available in the Google Play and Apple App Store. We're built by Kinksters, for Kinksters, poly, queer, trans folk, and anyone not quite vanilla. And we're free. Find me on FetLife as Nookie Notes, and on Twitter, Pinterest, YouTube, Facebook, and Medium as Dating Kinky. We're on Instagram as Dating Kinky Official, all one word. Have a kinky day, and I'll catch you next episode.